Wiping off the eyelash curler, never, ever, ever use it that you don't wipe it off immediately afterwards. Immediately. Because it does build up product. I use a tissue. What's my number one thing? Come on, girls. You're sitting in the background going, don't use a tissue. It's true. Why? Because now I got fibers all over that little piece, that little rubber piece in there, which you can replace because it does get dried out and everything. But, okay, that got it off. It gets all the fibers on that, and then what do? Clamp down your eye and wonder why you feel like you got little fibers in your eye. It's like, well, that would be because you just put fibers in your eye. Well, I'm on a roll this morning, aren't I found another favorite. Oh, by the way, I got that new Charlotte Tilbury, I need to do my liner. I got that new Charlotte Tilbury Face in 5 Minutes palette, and I will do a tutorial on it tomorrow. I have not tried it yet, but it did come in, and I'm excited. This is a DHC liner. Y'all know it's my favorite. Why? Because it's a brush and not a pen liner. So it's much easier to use and get a thinner line. Of course, you can go over it several times if you want to make a thicker line. Or to fix boo-boos like I just did. Isn't that pretty? It's just a really good liner, y'all. It's so much thinner. See? Look how tiny. I say the nib, but it's not a nib, it's a brush. It's an actual brush. The only other one I know of that is this good, as far as having this kind of a brush, is M Cosmetics. Michelle Phan has both kinds. She has a felt tip and a brush, and the brush is thin like this. It's so weird how on this side of my eye, it's always harder to get a straight, not a straight line, a filled in line. I don't know if it's because it's my right, side or what it is, but it skips, and that's because my skin's not as taut, of course. Make sure I got that all the way down to the lashes. It doesn't quite look like it. I think I might do a little longer too. Yeah. I think this also came in a little further on the other side, so I'll even it up on this side. And that's not the liner's fault. That's the applier. What would I call myself? The makeup artist fault. Well, I'm an artist. I'm just not as professional, maybe, as some. Let's blend first, shall we? Let's just blend out the line on the edges. You don't blend these together too much because you don't want a muddy look, but you do want to blend where it looked like a line. There. There, that's good. Then I'm wiping it off with my little black cloth over there. And let's try this mascara that says it is waterproof. Don't go in and out, go round and round. If you go in and out, you just take air down in there and it dries it out. Some people say it puts bacteria in there. Well, that's only if there's bacteria in the air. I just boo-booed that so bad. Good thing I had my finger handy. For lots of reasons, huh? Alright, let's see how this does. Okay, it's a spoolie brush, so for me, it is getting all the little fibers, but I don't know, maybe I've gotten used to a comb. Of course, you can use the tip end of the brush to separate your lashes as well, but a comb just separates more. I feel like it's not depositing very much. Okay, so here's the difference. When you use a spoolie brush like this, it's dropping product in a very feathery way. So if you like a feathery look, I would definitely say this is a good mascara for you. Even though I like a little bit thicker look. Okay, I am going to have to use these. These are those little Face Secrets. And I keep making boo-boos, so I just might as well get one out and start fixing these boo-boos that I'm making. I guess I better sit it over here on this tissue. Okay, let's try this end. I do always tip out the lashes first and then come through. And if this cuts off before I finish, like sometimes it does, and it's not worthy of, I know I'm in second, it's not worthy of a third video, it just may suddenly cut off and not have a nice finished ending. But I'll be honest with you, I don't care about the nice finished ending enough to put the time into it. Because what the time is incredible editing time that I don't have time for because I work full time. If I had 1 million or 2 subscribers or 5 million subscribers like some of these people where it is their full-time job, or maybe they gave it that kind of time in the first place and that's why they've got 5 million. I don't think so. I think what happens to those people is they get incredible endorsements because they're young and beautiful and they're willing to travel and all that. And I would be susceptible if I had a traveling job to not seeing my husband. Therefore, I don't do that. I'm not going to travel without him. Now, if I could work it out where he could go with me, that'd be great, especially if I was rich for it. Okay, here's the downside. If you have beautiful long lashes in the first place, this would be great. But if you don't, this is very feathery. Now, the good thing about feathery is it might be a good to top off another one that the bristles are further apart and so more mascara comes off. A little more gloopy, and those typically are the ones that are combs, and the whole reason why they are a comb with far apart bristles is to let more product off, but then also to comb it back out so it doesn't look gloopy. This is probably not for me just because there's nothing wrong with this product, y'all. I actually do like it. It's the brush. And here's another thing I like about this. It's all natural, and it doesn't have all the terrible things in the makeup, which ever since I started having reactions to my fingernails, I am starting to care more about what is in my makeup. The FDA doesn't really regulate that much. I think 3% of formaldehyde in fingernail polishes and some of our other makeup. I don't know if it's because it serves as a preservative. I'm not scientific enough to know all that, but I would tell you this. Whenever you say formaldehyde, and I think that's how they embalm bodies, I'm thinking that can't be good. Except that if it's a preservative that's good, it's maybe preservative that's good for, you know, keeping makeup from going bad. But I believe it's a proven, I don't know this, so don't quote me, a proven cancer-causing agent. So why would you put that in makeup? In any level. Any level. Why would the FDA say, well, not at this level? Why would you allow it at any level if there's a possibility of it doing cancer? Because the makeup industry needs for their product to last at any cost, and I bet it's cheap. So they'll take the cheaper product even though it's a dangerous product for the person. If it protects the product, they're willing to make that trade. Well, we shouldn't be. But I will tell you, it's hard to find good natural products. So y'all comment below if y'all got a natural line that you like. I know Josie Mirren's a good one. I haven't tried her mascara, so I don't know. But I would say this is a bust. I mean, I've put almost 3 coats on, and it's still, I don't know. Let me tip out the lower lashes and see if that helps. Let's do that. See if that helps a little bit. Because, you know, now it's had a little bit of time to dry. Here's the other thing about spoolie brushes. I keep hitting my skin because, you know, when you're trying to use one part of the brush, the other part hits your skin because it's so rounded. We'll go through the lash one more time. So I will tell you this, it sure is separating them. So if you have really thick lashes, but you want them to look longer and your mascara to be more separated, like you don't like a glooped up look, you like a very thinned out, feathery look, this would be the perfect mascara for you. Because it is doing that, it's just not giving me any volume. And I don't have volume, so, you know, I don't have a lot of lashes, so that's not good. So Mineral Fusion, Minerals on a Mission. And again, this is the name of the product. This color is Raven, which is black. It's lash defining, waterproof, hypoallergenic, paraben free, long wearing, resistant, water resistant, so it's not waterproof. Won't flake, smudge, or run. Hourglass shaped brush coats evenly lashes from top to bottom for a natural looking. And I guess I just don't want to look natural. It's gluten free, paraben free, never tested on animals, and It's got argan oil in it, oregano, vitamin E, emulsifying wax. You need that to be waterproof. Alcohol, that's so it'll dry faster. Arabica gum, is that from coffee beans? Beeswax, carnauba wax, phenoxethanol, and may contain titanium dioxide, black iron oxide, red oxide, and yellow oxide. I don't know if those are good for you. Green tea, panthenol, which is vitamin B5. I don't know. I like it's not tested on animals. I like that it's free of a couple of things, but it also has other things that I'm not sure about. But I'm not one of those YouTube people who is like scientific level, and you need to be taking my advice on it. So I tried it. I'm not a huge fan. There's another one here that's more for length, and it's by Pacifica. And I'll just tell you right now, it's got two ends, one that's for length and one that's for volume. And the volume one is shorter, and it it must tighten it down shorter, and looks about the same as far as how far apart the bristles are. It is a comb brush. It's a 7-in-1 mascara if you want to be all natural, because here's and it instantly lengthens. It lifts and separates, volumizing, I don't know, conditioning, rich color lash serum, 2-in-1 brush. It's 100% vegan. It's cruelty free, and it is. I'm reading, sorry. It's got like a ton of stuff it doesn't have. And you know what? It doesn't list it on here. You'd have to go to pacificabeauty.com, I think, to see. This is in the color Black Magic. I did try it and I did not like it. And that's what it looks like. That's what the little brush looks like. But